Americans and soon-to-be Americans, welcome back to another video. Today, there's a lot of chaos, lots of drama, lots of insanity. Drake had the worst day of his life, and I had a really good one. So, February 9th is not only my birthday, but it is also National Gulf of America Day. What a glorious time to be alive. Trump just randomly slapping his massive thick Sharpie all over the page, creating new holidays, new events. It's insane. And you want to know the craziest, wildest part? They love him. They love Trump. They love Trump. Trump is one of the probably the most beloved presidents by his people probably ever of all time ever. Now, this is crazy because the media wants you to think that, oh, Trump is an evil dictator. They're still trying. They're still cooking, even though Trump's approval ratings are like literally at an all-time high. Like, dude, there was like this clip. Dude, there was this clip on CNN of they read the approval ratings and they just absolutely lose their shit. Like, bro, dude, look how insane this is. Look how insane this is before we even get into the chaos of the day.
Finds that a majority of Americans, 53%, approve of the job he's doing. That's a better approval number than he ever reached during his first term in the White House. Joining us with more is our Executive Director of Elections and Surveys, Anthony Salvanto. Good to see you, Anthony. What's driving this?
I will keep it simple, Margaret. He is doing, in the eyes of the public, what he said he would do in the campaign. There's political value.
Boom! That's it! Just keep your word. It's as easy as that, and people love that. No way, that's crazy. Now, that's like a right-wing guy talking about it. You got to see CNN talking about the approval ratings. It is the funniest shit in the world.
Strategy and politics.
And as you know, I am not a news channel. If you're being like, oh, Nux, you're a news channel. No, I am not a news channel, okay? God damn it. I am not a news channel. I am a chaos channel. I like seeing drama. I like meltdowns. I love all of this. The funniest part is, right after she gave this speech, she apparently went and cried in the bathroom because it's very sad that Trump has a 70% approval rating. That literally ruined his entire life. So anyway, now look at CNN go crazy.
He's describing what is currently the dumbest strategy in politics, which is Democrats taking the 20% side of every 80-20 issue in America. USAID, people want this pared down. They want it streamlined. They want to know where the money is going. Democrats have a meltdown. Today, Donald Trump signs executive order on keeping boys out of girls' sports. Democrats take the 20 side of that issue as well. All these issues, this is like Trump's superpower, finding a bunch of 80-20 issues, getting on the 80, and everybody who's sort of reflexively against him gets on the 20. And now the Democratic Party has like a 31% approval rating. This is why.
Bro! They're losing their mind. They're like, bro, it's like a superpower. He just picked the rational decision, and suddenly all of the morons on the other side, they're like, well, we can't agree with Trump even though it makes sense. So they decide to literally jump off the deep end on the complete other side. So suddenly Trump seems like the only normal human being in the room. Kind of insane. Love that shit. So yeah, anyway, 70% Trump approval rating right now, which is kind of fucking insane. This is like an all-time high. It's wild. And believe it or not, the people actually love him. This is like a massive cultural shift in America, and I think no cultural shift can be described better than what happened at the Super Bowl. Trump walks out, he gets cheered, Taylor Swift gets booed. Like, an insane cultural shift. And then we're gonna get into all the crazy Gulf of America meltdowns. I love that. Basically, yesterday was jam-packed full of chaos, and I love all of it. All right, let's go, baby. All right, so 70% approval. This is what 70% approval rating does to a motherfucker. Dude, do you hear this? Do you hear the cheering just erupt when Trump, by the way, this is the first ever president that showed up. The first ever president that showed up to a Super Bowl, which I know a lot of people think that's like a not important thing. I think it is kind of nice to see that the president's a normal human being that does regular American things. I personally, just telling you, I don't give a shit about the Super Bowl. I don't even know who won the Super Bowl. All I know is that Kendrick Lamar roasted Drake, and it was probably the biggest destruction in the history of any beef that ever happened. Bro, yeah, you thought the Israel-Palestine beef was big? Oh shit, you ain't seen nothing compared to Kendrick and Drake. All right, listen. Bro, I'm a simple man. I like chaos. I say stuff that gets me canceled. They get upset. They promote my content. It's a win-win. We love it. Cryo Trump. He's gonna be big. But anyway, so this was Trump getting cheered on because, believe it or not, the people love Trump right now, even though the media is going to tell you that they don't because he's a dictator and shit. And this, as a contrast, also by the Super Bowl here, was Taylor Swift. They show Taylor Swift on the cam. Everyone boos. Look at her face. She's shocked. She's never experienced something like this in her lifetime. She's like, Nanny? Sitting next to Ice Spice, known for her ass and not really anything else. She's shocked. Look at that. He's looking at her. Look at him looking like... Ugh. Insane. Why though? I don't know. She's like a classic cringe celeb, anti-Trump. Trump is a fascist guy, lady. So, you know, the celeb culture is dead. And it's such a glorious time to be alive. I do want to shout out Kendrick Lamar. It was really nice of him to let them play football during his concert. But that's basically all the Super Bowl news I wanted to talk about. Because Trump, on his plane, on the way to the Super Bowl, he was signing executive orders. Bro does not stop cooking. It's crazy. He's just sitting there. Look at me, Donald J. Trump. I make laws while I'm flying, while I'm sleeping, making new executive orders. They're gonna be mad. It's gonna be funny. The content is insane. Bro is unstoppable, for real, for real. And, so this was a little discussion that he had while signing the executive order, naming February 9th Nux's birthday, and also Gulf of America Day. It's a pretty cool collab. Me and the Gulf, we worked out together on this day. I'm sharing my birthday with the Gulf.
From the Gulf of Mexico.
So anyway, let's see what's going on. Bro's sleeping. While he's sleeping, let's just snoring. Me. Signs fucking executive orders. Today we are banning penises from women if they're gay. You know, bro just literally just signing shit no one even knows. But anyway, the best part is the meltdowns, because apparently Trump renaming the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America is incredibly racist against Mexican people that don't want to return to Mexico. This dude, I'm telling you, the hypocrisy, the chaos, the content is very fun. When I see those rallies, like about people holding Mexican flags while refusing to go back to Mexico, while they're burning American flags, while they're running away from ICE agents trying to stay in America, guys, that is the funniest fucking shit in the universe, okay? I'm just saying, this is pure content. It's all for me. Trump is out there signing executive orders. They're the blue anime guy. He's gonna react to this. He's gonna get good content. I appreciate it, Orange Man. Hell yeah, thanks for the collab, brother. All right, so anyway, let's jump into this, because apparently he had some crazy comments about, like, Putin and Gaza and, like, a lot of other shit. Just randomly, while he's flying, he's, like, just shaking the entire world. God, the content never stops. Cryo Trump, baby.
Go to the Gulf of America.
And we're flying right over it right now.
No shot! He waited to sign this executive order when he was over the Gulf of America. That's crazy. He was, wait. He's in a plane over the Gulf of America while he's signing this. Oh my God, dude. My orange balls, they're over the very Gulf I'm signing about.
So we thought this would be appropriate.
Oh my fucking God. It's poetic. It's just poetic. Like the insane flex.
Even bigger than the Super Bowl. This is a big thing. And almost everybody now has assented to that.
On board, ladies and gentlemen, if you could please direct your attention out the right side of the aircraft. Air Force One is currently in international waters, for the first time in history, flying over the recently renamed Gulf of America.
Bro, dude, he got the pilot to announce they're flying over the Gulf of America. Holy shit. Dude has such big balls. It's crazy. Oh my God. Oh my God. The content. The funniest thing is, this is so irrelevant. Like, this doesn't matter at all. Asmongold implied he's the Antichrist. All right, sure, whatever. Dude, that's awesome. Listen, I'm Jewish. I don't believe in the Antichrist.
Please enjoy the flight, and we are now about to head westbound to Super Bowl 59.
Wow, he did that well. That's a good. He did. Isn't that nice?
Isn't that nice? It's called the Gulf of America. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I have fantastic news. I have just signed an executive order. We will be renaming Planet Earth to Planet America. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be big.
You know, we're about make America great again, right? That's what we care about.
Elon Musk landed his rocket on Mars, renamed to Planet Trump. It's gonna be orange.
Okay, here we go.
Oh my god, dude. His Sharpie pens and everything. Trump's newest golf course.
This is a famous pen now. Put it with something.
Sure, give it to the
I'll
pilot.
ask you to do whatever you think we should do with it.
You shove it up your ass.
Secretary?
Bro, you should give it to the Mexican Prime Minister. Bro should have given it to the Mexican Prime Minister. A pen for you. Don't worry. You can use it for all sorts of things.
You want to talk about, Doug, Secretary of the Interior, and also working with Chris Wright on extracting vast amounts of oil and gas and making our country rich. Would you like to say something?
Well, with the Gulf of America, this is historic.
This is incredible. They're actually just going there. I wonder if like on... Wait, let me just... Google Maps. I'm just curious. I'm a curious man. I want to know. I'm curious. I want to know what it looks like right now on Google Maps. Okay, it's still called the Gulf of Mexico. But not for long. All right, they'll change it, I'm sure. Oh, it'll change. It'll change.
Today, we want to thank President Trump. His executive order is what set this in motion. We signed a secretarial order as Secretary of Interior directing the U.S. Geologic Survey, who is responsible for the database, which is the Geographic Names Informational System.
Dude, though, this is crazy. I know that they're being bitches about changing the name, but if you type in Gulf of America map, it brings you to the Gulf of Mexico. So I'm not gonna lie. It's still a dub. He still did it. I'm just saying. Listen, Gulf of America map, it brings you here. They know. Oh no, they know. They're gonna try, but they know. All right, nice. Cute.
So just prior to this signing, if you will, the button was pushed. It became official with this proclamation to call today Gulf of America Day.
Bro, they did it on my birthday. This is so nice of them. That my birthday is now a national holiday, ladies and gentlemen. February 9th, the birth of Nuxanor and Gulf of America Day. Let's go, everybody!
But now it's going out. As we're sitting here right now, our team is calling all the map providers, so Google Maps, Apple Maps, all the map people. That change will take effect this afternoon to Gulf of America. So again, fantastic.
I'm just saying, look at that. Celebrity birthdays. There we go. February 9th, 1996. Also, Gulf of America Day. Let's go. I'm just saying, we did it. Two-time W. Oh my God.
Thank you, President Trump, for setting this all in motion with your executive order. It's an exciting, fun day, and great to do this as we're flying over the Gulf of America.
We thought it would be very appropriate.
Dude, I'm telling you, he's a poet. He's a poet, this guy. He knows what he's doing, all right? He's like, he could have signed this one fucking paper whenever he wanted. He literally signed it now. I'm just saying, if signing the Gulf of America proclamation on my birthday isn't a classic example of Jews controlling the government, I don't know what it is.
Thank you very much for being here. It's been a very important part of his life. And who knows what would have happened to him
Was he just saying this was an important moment in your life? Holy shit.
without you. It might not have been good. Here you go. Okay?
Have you talked to Mexico about this?
Actually,
Did you talk to Mexico? Well, he told them. Well, what are they going to do about it? He tweeted.
interestingly, I've never spoken to him about it.
Of course, he never spoke to them about it. Because what are they going to say? They're going to say no? He's going to say fuck you. He keeps going.
It was our call, and I have not spoken to him about. I've spoken to him about many other things, but I haven't really talked to him about this. They have never brought it up.
Well,
I'm a little surprised at that, but they've never brought it up.
Oh my God.
Sir, can you tell us about your conversation with Vladimir?
Ooh, conversation with Putin.
I don't want to do that now. We're trying to end that war. It's a war that would have never happened if I were president.
I love how he mentions that every single time. Literally every single time. Every single time.
It would have never happened, but we're making progress, but I can't tell you.
You suffered a couple of court losses, Mr. President, and J.D. Vance said judges aren't allowed to control the executive power. What's your take?
Ooh, judges not being allowed to control the executive power. This was like a really big controversy. Everyone's going crazy because Vance made a wild tweet. Let me see if I can actually find this tweet. Yeah, look at this shit. So he made this tweet. If a judge tried to tell a general how to conduct a military operation, that would be illegal. If a judge tried to command the attorney general and how to use her discretion as a prosecutor, that is also illegal. Judges aren't allowed to control the executive's legitimate power. And people went crazy over this. Bonkers. Dude, like this became a massive shit because it's basically a bunch of like the old school, old guard judges going up against the Trump people, and the Trump people are not having it. So this is gonna be a wild ride. JD Vance also tweeted, Puppy Bowl just showed a Chihuahua German Shepherd mix, and I've got questions. You see, this is obviously in reference to big balls penetrating the media. But anyway.
Well, we're going to see what happens. We have a long way to go, and we're talking about fraud, waste, abuse, and when a president can't look for fraud and waste and abuse, we don't have a country anymore, so...
I mean, he's kind of spitting. It's like, oh my God, I hate that Elon Musk is invading the government and looking at all this private stuff. Also, Elon Musk ends up exposing like a lot of corruption. All right, we won't talk about that.
We're very disappointed with the judges that would make such a ruling, but we have a long way to go. We have to find all of the fraud that's going on. We have tremendous fraud, tremendous waste, and tremendous abuse, and theft, by the way. And the day you're not allowed to look for theft and fraud, etc., then we don't have much of a country. So
he's right. He's just spitting.
No judge should be.
And the worst part about this whole thing is it's obviously coming from a place of like bias. See, here's the thing. I don't know all the laws of all time in America, okay? No one fucking knows all the laws in America. But that said, okay? That said, the people that are against Elon Musk are not talking about that. The fact that Elon Musk is like actually finding him and Big Balls and the other fucking wizard gang that he hired. These people are actually... Dude, why did the American taxpayers fund a $2 million Sesame Street play in Iraq? Why did they send $50 million of condoms to Gaza? Like, bro, this is insane amounts of waste. No one knows where this money is going. $2 million on a gas station in Afghanistan that was never used? Bro, I don't know where that money was going. Not a clue. Zero idea, okay? That all said and done. Bro, why is no one criticizing that? Everyone's just upset. Oh, Musk is doing things that he shouldn't be doing. Meanwhile, you know who else wasn't elected? Kamala Harris. She was nominated for the president without primaries. Yeah, look at that. Look at that, guys.
No judge should frankly be allowed to make that kind of a decision. It's a disgrace.
Mr. President. It is. I don't know what they should be allowed or not allowed to do. Again, I don't know the laws. But it is so disgusting and disgraceful that because these judges want to protect their own little Nepo party of cocksuckers, people sitting in their fucking Satanist mansions drinking Diddy milk or whatever the fuck they're doing, all these people getting rich off the tax money of the American people want to put gag orders and stop orders on Musk looking into it because that's unconstitutional. Well, bros, are we on the same page here?
Gulf of America, Canada, Greenland, Gaza, all these are very muscular foreign policy. How does this align with America first?
Dude, foreign policy is very important to America. I think, it's so funny because I really feel like a lot of people that don't actually know the truth here, a lot of people don't actually know what's going on. Okay, let's do a hypothetical. All right, let's do a hypothetical. Why foreign policy is important. And I'm saying this just from my perspective as an idiot blue guy, the regular idiot blue man on the internet, all right? Let's say Russia conquers Ukraine. Is Russia gonna keep going? Yes? Okay, so then it matters to America. All right, let's say Israel gets wiped out. All right, so all the terrorists around Israel that say death to Israel, death to America. Let's say they succeed in wiping out Israel. What the fuck do you think all those terrorists are gonna do next? Oh, they're gonna attack America. All right, so foreign policy is important to America. You're all idiots. Now that said, it depends how much money needs to be spent on these foreign situations and foreign wars, but obviously it is important. Again, this is coming from idiot blue guy on the internet. Pay no attention to what I'm saying. I just love laughing at the idiots that they criticize him. America first!
Because it makes us bigger, stronger, and better, and more protective. We need Greenland because...
I love it. Sick, crazy move. All right, we need Greenland. Bro doesn't stop. Oh my God, it's just this massive orange balls swinging.
Of national security, international security, world peace. And we'll have to do that. Canada, we'll see what happens with Canada, but the people of Canada would be paying less than half of the tax. If you look at the tax, they're going to be paying...
He's talking about taking Canada again. Oh my God! I love how he makes these statements. And now every bargain is on the table in the world, right? If you start bargaining at infinity, then anything else that's below infinity is a compromise. That is the ultimate businessman big ball strategy. He's like, listen, Canadians, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. Trump's gonna turn everything into America except for Australia. It's gonna be wild. Australia's holy shit. Planet America, it's gonna be big.
Paying less than half the tax. You know, they don't pay very much for military, and the reason they don't pay much is they assume that
by the way, shout out to Canadians for being fucking atrocious at taxes, okay? I'm just saying, taxes in Canada are 60%! That's crazy! That's crazy, and they don't have a military. But they have 4 guys, all named Pierre, on horseback with rifles and muskets. That's the Canadian military. Why are they taking 60% of my taxes, goddammit? Anyway.
We're going to protect them. That's not an assumption they can make, because why are we protecting another country? Now,
Doesn't Canada have free Medicare? Yeah, if you want an appointment in 6 months, then yeah, they have free Medicare. It's wonderful. I hope you don't die before your appointment, though.
The people of Canada, we have a great relation.
I'm a lucky man, okay? I'm a Jew. I have 4,000 Jewish relatives. They'll all give me it. They're all doctors, all right? I have to stop doing this joke.
But if they became our 51st state, it'd be the greatest thing they could ever do.
51st state. It's gonna be crazy. Listen, Trump, I have an idea. Trump, hear me out. I think that we could work together on this. We could work together. Hear me out, Trump. President Trump, if I may. Don't try to take all of Canada. Try to take all of Canada except for Quebec. Let Quebec be its own country. You don't want that. You don't want that in your country. I promise. I've lived in Quebec for many years. Listen, Trump, between me and you, homie to homie, bro to bro, blue man to orange man, let Quebec be its own country. Take the rest of Canada. Quebec will be on your side because they want it to be separatist anyway. So they'll be on your side. No one in Canada wants to be in the same country as Quebec either. So hear me out. Try to change your offer a little bit. It'll be crazy. Give Quebec to France. No, France doesn't want Quebec.
Unbelievable. It would be a cherished state. And think of how beautiful that country would be.
It would be beautiful. We'll call it North Dakota.
Without that artificial line running right through it.
I love the crazy things there. Like the things he say, like on paper, they do make sense. Like, it does make sense. It's like, why do they need to be different countries? They're obviously friends anyway. But on the other side, like, obviously countries want to be autonomous and shit. But with him putting this on the table as, like, a bargaining chip that, yeah, I want one country, ultimately, this is, like, the ultimate big boss, full chub, massive cock power move. Where anything else is a compromise. Canada will be like, all right, we're not going to become a country, but we're going to secure the border. And Trump gets exactly what he wants.
Somebody drew it many years ago with a ruler, just a line. You look at how beautiful that is. Wow, it would be very exciting. Wow. But if you look at Canada, it would be cherished as a 51st state. They don't pay their share of military in NATO. They pay very little for military. They're not protected at all. And the reason is...
Sure, Canada relies on America to protect them, like, for sure. And Trump realizes how much leverage he actually has. And I think that's what makes him scary and dangerous to the rest of the world. That's why every world leader on the planet is kissing his ring, because ultimately he actually knows the cards in his hand, and he's actually willing to say, listen, I'm giving you all of this, I expect back blank. And I think that's kind of what a world leader kind of has to do. Yes, it's making tensions between countries, yeah, but ultimately America's duty is to America.
They think we're going to protect them. The other thing is we subsidize them to the tune of about $200 billion a year. If we stop doing that, if we stop allowing them to make cars through tariffs and other things, cars, trucks, etc., what they make, they're not viable as a country.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. They don't realize I have all 3 Egyptian god cards. They're broke. They're cringe.
Would you agree that it's a more aggressive foreign policy than your first term? And why is that?
It's
more aggressive.
It's better. Why? Because I think
I think it's 2 reasons. I don't know if he's gonna say this. One is experience, and I think the other reason is he does not give a fuck anymore. He does not give a fuck. Like, bro, they tried to kill him. They tried to, assassinate him publicly. Well, literally assassinate him, and also just completely destroy him, imprison him. What are they gonna do to him at this point? He is a 70% approval rating. And people freak out about the tensions. These aren't tensions. He's just saying, okay, America will no longer be your bitch. All right, let's keep going.
A lot of experience. And in my first term, I was fighting everybody because they were very aggressive toward me. I always said survival and taking care of the country, not necessarily in that order. But I had to take care of the country, but I had a bunch of lunatics like Pelosi and all of these people. They fought me, and we won. And, I had a lot of other things that were going on there. This time, it's much more, they've lost their confidence. I think they've lost the respect of the American people with...
He's right. He's right, they're cooked. Especially with what Doge is uncovering now. I feel like every single day, Doge uncovers something else. This is so fucking crazy that this is even happening. But Doge uncovers something else that, like, however many millions of American dollars being spent on, like, actual bullshit. All right, guys, we're spending $40 million a year on gay tap dancing in Uzbekistan, and the Americans are like, what the fuck? Why am I paying for that shit? Then you got these super rich politicians. You know, they're on a $100,000 a year salary, but they're all multimillionaires. All right, bro. All right, bro. All right, bro. I don't give a shit. I don't trust you people. I don't want to look at you people.
You know, men participating in women's sports.
Yeah, that's another great example. Bro, that's the most obvious shit in the world. That men or trans women or whatever shouldn't be competing in women's sports. They have biological differences, which is why there is a division between men and women's sports. It's the most obvious, basic, logical shit in the universe, even among leftists. But because Trump is saying it, they had to take the other complete extreme, and they accidentally look like complete fucking retards. Like, that's the craziest part.
Open borders with transgender for everybody, for all the things that they're doing is so bad. When you allow people to empty their jails into your country with prisoners, killers, their mental institutions and insane asylums into our country, this is what they're doing. When you allow gang members from Venezuela, but many other countries coming into our country, we're getting them all out now. They've lost their
people just holding the Gulf of America sign.
Credibility, but they've also lost their confidence. So I have more time to do what I want to do.
Make mental asylums popular again. We'll fill them. They're all the Joker.
So we're making
I am Batman.
Country larger. We're making our
country larger. What does that mean, larger? What does it mean by that?
Country stronger. And in the case of Canada, if this should happen, I don't know how they can do it without us.
Bro, he's giving the ultimate ultimatum. He's like, listen, I don't mean to be rude to Canada, but you're screwed. You need Papa Trumpanor. What you gonna do? I don't know what they're gonna do without me. It's insane.
Because without the U.S., Canada really doesn't have a country. They do almost all of their business with us. And if we say we want our cars to be made in Detroit, with a stroke of a pen, I can do that. And
oh my God, this is fucking Death Note shit. With a stroke of the pen, 40 seconds later, heart attack, national television.
Other things in addition to that would not allow Canada to be a viable country.
Mr. President, you said you did honor first responders today, but you pardoned hundreds of people who assaulted first responders.
I feel like they ask such similar questions every time because, like, what are you gonna do? Like, everything Trump's actually been doing is just universally appreciated, except for people that are just gonna complain about the bureaucracy of it all. It's like, okay, so I love all the things that Trump did, but it's not following the rules. Like, that is ultimately the complaint you hear. And, bro, dog, he already talked about that. I personally also don't think that the Jan 6 people that assaulted officers should be pardoned. I think that their cases should individually be looked into. That's my opinion. Now, again, I am not just some random, complete and utter follower of a specific ideology. If you're here in my audience, you should know my opinions are my own. Some of them are retarded.
Why did you do that? You were going to meet with first responders today.
Yeah.
But you pardoned people who assaulted first responders.
No, I pardoned people that were assaulted themselves. They were assaulted by our government.
Damn, that's a crazy response.
I pardoned J6 people who were assaulted by our government.
No, the government was absolutely weaponized against them. Like, absolutely weaponized against these people, without a doubt, and they got unfair judgment by the government. I don't know, my opinion would be, if you were to ask me, not the president, just a blue idiot on the internet, that there should be actually do a fair investigation into the people that actually assaulted officers.
Who assaulted, and they were treated unfairly. There's never been a group of people in this country, outside of maybe one instance that I can think of, but I won't get into it, that were treated more horribly than the people of J6. So, no, I didn't assault. They didn't assault. They were assaulted, and what I did was a great thing for humanity. They were treated very, very unfairly. There's never been an incident like it.
Just foreign policy, 2 foreign policy questions.
Ooh, foreign policy questions. These are also fun because Trump Trump to America, he's like this big guy, his arms outstretched, ready to give you a hug. Trump to foreign policy, this guy's a fucking mob boss.
Again, you realize if you don't clarify that, everyone's going to assume you're talking to President Putin regularly.
Well, they can assume it makes sense. Well, I don't want to talk about it. And if we are talking, I don't want to tell you about the conversation. It's too early. But I do believe we're making progress. We want to stop the Ukraine-Russia war. And I want to stop it just because I hate to see all these young people being killed. The soldiers are being killed by the hundreds of thousands.
So you're starting to put together a plan for peace formula?
We're talking to both sides, yeah.
Okay. And then on Japan, are you okay with having a foreign country having a controlling interest in a U.S. steel company?
Ooh, Japan, power in their steel company. Interesting.
Let's look at this. When I came here, they were going to buy it, and Biden was going to approve it. All of a sudden, Biden didn't because he heard I wasn't going to. I don't want U.S.
Wow, bro.
Steel.
Biden, he has no spine, he has no brain, he just follows the line.
Being owned by a foreign country. They can have, they don't have a controlling, they have an investment. All they're going to have is an investment. I don't mind an investment in a company, but especially U.S. Steel. U.S. Steel for 15 years was the greatest company in the world, the greatest #1 company in the world, and I'm not going to let another country buy it. We had a great meeting on that, but they are allowed to invest in it, and that's it.
Mr. President.
Yeah, dude, my chat's going crazy about the Gen 6 stuff. Listen, I have a very simple opinion. I don't care what protest you are, what political side you are. Protests are meant to have a voice. They're not meant to be violent. If you are part of Jan 6 protests and assault cops, you should be investigated. If you're part of Black Lives Matter and assault cops, you should be investigated. Period. The end. That is it. That's it. Protesting is with your mouth. Okay? If you protest with your fists, fuck you.
On tariffs, sir, you talked about reciprocal tariffs coming in this week. Can you tell us a little bit more about that? And are you announcing a plan for it this week?
Yeah, I'll be announcing probably Tuesday or Wednesday at a news conference, reciprocal tariffs. Very simply, it's if they charge us, we charge them.
Reciprocal tariffs, it's gonna be crazy. Every country, they fucked around and now they're finding out.
That's all. Almost immediately. But I'll be announcing the details of it, highly detailed, and it'll be great for everybody, including the other countries.
It'll be mostly great for America, let's be real here. Bro's like he's a savior. He comes out there, arms out wide. I will liberate your country from its autonomy. We'll make it part of America.
But if they are charging us 130% and we're charging them nothing, it's not going to stay that way.
This is on every country.
I mean, he's right. There should absolutely be reciprocal tariffs. There is no fucking reason why America should be paying tariffs and they should not. Like, guys, it goes both ways. That's how business works. Business works with I give you an offer that's worthwhile for you and you accept it. No more of this America being the world's piggy bank shit. Be part of the Imperium or die.
Every country will be reciprocal. It won't affect everybody because there's some where we have similar tariffs. But the ones that are taking advantage of the United States, we're going to have it's reciprocity, it's reciprocal.
I'm just saying, you do know what Trump's slogan is going to be 2028. Make them pay back for all the years that they tariffed us. I know it's fair now, but I didn't forget. And if they can't afford it, we take the country.
We're going to have a reciprocal, but we'll have a news conference Tuesday or Wednesday.
And just on the steel question, just so I understand.
We'll also be announcing steel tariffs on Monday.
Everyday tariffs, Monday for steel, Tuesday for Panama.
Tomorrow?
Monday, yeah, tomorrow.
Go on.
Everybody, steel.
Including Canada?
Yeah, any steel coming into the United States is going to have a 25% tariff.
Bro, this is just like him actually giving like, next time on Dragon Ball Z, every country will have a 25% tariff on steel. This is like a teaser. You know, he just says this shit. Now every country in the world is just scrambling, trying to figure out what they're going to do right now before anything is even announced. Because he leaks the upcoming plans. It's part of the move. Let them start worrying.
Aluminum too.
10%?
No, 25%.
25 for aluminum.
25 for both.
And on steel, are you ruling out then Nippon Steel having a 51% stake or higher? They won't have majority stake?
Nobody can have a majority stake for U.S. Steel. They can for other companies, but not for U.S. Steel. I think you agree with that, though. U.S. Steel was one of our great companies, and through a lot of stupidity and bad government and also bad management of the company, it lost that luster, but it's going to gain it back, and tariffs are going to help. Tariffs are going to make it very successful again, and I think it is good management.
It's crazy that he's so transparent with all of his like mandates and shit. Like The wildest thing is, for the last 4 years, I really felt like no one in America actually knew what the government was doing or why the government was doing it. Like, everyone was just kind of sitting there. Biden wasn't really a president. Harris wasn't really a vice president. The government was kind of just chugging along, doing shit that no one seemed to know or agree with. And here you have Trump actually not only talking about what he's gonna do and what he's doing, but explaining why he's doing it. You could agree, you could disagree, but this transparency is so nice. Like, it's insane. No wonder why people like him.
Yeah. May I ask one, please? Can you tell me, or can you confirm that you'll be meeting?
You knew money was going to Ukraine, true. And money was going to Israel and to Hamas. What a fantastic world we live in. Isn't that nice? $310 million going to building terror tunnels in Gaza, and also money going to Israel to bomb those tunnels. Let's go, guys. What an important use for the American economy. Am I right? Your tax money was going to both Israel and Gaza. Woo! Let's go! Let's go, baby.
Meeting with MBS and CC of Egypt soon. Will that be at the White House?
Well, I'll be meeting with all of them numerous times, by the way, but I'll be meeting with all of them. And yeah, I think that it's a big mistake to allow people, the Palestinians or the people living in Gaza, to go back yet.
Oh, shit, he's gonna drop a bomb. I mean, a figurative bomb. Israel will probably be the ones dropping the literal. All right.
Another time. And we don't want Hamas going back.
Yeah, we don't want Hamas existing, honestly. They're fucking terrorist monsters. Get rid of them. Annihilate them. Problem is, how are you gonna do that?
And think of it as a big real estate site.
Think of it as a real estate site. Oh my God. Think of it this way. Holy crap, bro. That's insanity.
And the United States is going to own it.
Oh my God. He is tripling and quadrupling down. Think of the bombs as early demolitions. It'll help for infrastructure.
And we'll slowly, very slowly, we're in a rush, develop it. We're going to bring stability to the Middle East, to a totally war-torn part of the Middle East. A part of the Middle East that has caused tremendous problem, the Gaza Strip. And we'll own it. It's totally demolished right now. It's a demolition site. It'll be...
Yeah, it turns out the American money paying for all those fucking tunnels under Gaza wasn't a great strategy. It turns out the $310 million sent from U.S. aid to Gaza building tunnels wasn't a good move.
Reclaimed. It'll be leveled out, fixed up. There won't be anybody there. Hamas.
Oh my God, there won't be anybody there. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Won't be there. We'll be building through other of the very rich countries in the Middle East. They'll be building some beautiful sites for the people, for the Palestinians to live in. They'll be living in harmony and peace probably for the first time in hundreds of years.
And just to clarify, I know you don't want to tell us about your conversation with President.
Dude, that's crazy. He is literally going wild on this. The Gaza casino, it's gonna be big.
But can you clarify whether you had that since you've been...
Two-state solution, United States and Israel. Holy shit.
Since you've been in office, or whether it happened before you became...
I've had it. Let's just say I've had it.
I mean, did you see what just happened? They just released some hostages in Gaza, and they were, like, emaciated. They had, like, actual heartbreaking, tragic videos. These people, they couldn't even stand. They were, like, falling. They couldn't even hold their own weight up. They just released them. Those fucking terrorists. Holy shit. Yeah, it would be really nice if peace and stability to the holy terror.
And I expect to have many more conversations. We have to get that war ended. It's going to end, and we have to get it ended. And we have to get it ended. Should have never happened. Would have never happened if I was...
It's crazy, because then you hear the discussions that they have, bro. You hear the discussions that Kamala had when they discussed it, and Kamala's just like, war is bad. Israel has a right to defend itself. But also the Palestinians. War is bad. It's like, all right, what are you going to do about it? War is bad. And it's like, oh my God.
A couple years ago, your vice president suggested that if the Supreme Court rules in a way you don't like, just let them enforce it. Do you agree with that?
Say the last part.
The vice president said that if the Supreme Court rules in a way that you don't like, they can just enforce it by themselves. Do you agree with that?
I don't know even what you're talking about. Neither do you. Who are you with?
Up close, sir.
Who?
Up close.
No wonder. I thought they died. Are they still around?
Oh my God, he's killing him.
I haven't read them in years. I thought they'd died.
Yeah, he doesn't even answer. He asks him a question. I don't know what you said. What company you with? Them? Ooh, yikey.
All right, go ahead. Who else?
Oh my God, that's crazy. Oh my Lord.
On security clearances, you've been yanking them. Why does it make the country safer to take away the security clearance? And is that a form of retribution?
If there's somebody, no.
All right, why are they taking away the security clearance?
If there are people that we don't respect, if there are people that we thought that were breaking the law or came very close to it in previous years, we do it. And we've done it with some people. We've done it with Biden himself. We think our country is...
He revoked Biden's security clearance? Wow. Oh my God. Okay, what was Biden gonna do anyway? Obama's too? What? Oh my God. Dude, the content keeps contenting.
Not as safe if you gave him clearance. We don't think he knows what he's doing. And what he's done to this country is a disgrace. And what he's done in terms of allowing criminals, murderers, drug lords into our country, people from mental institutions into our country, he should be ashamed of himself.
All right, but he doesn't remember he did any of that, so cut him some slack.
On deportations, there's been some reporting that you've been upset that there haven't been more deportations.
No, I think they're doing an incredible job. It's very tough. Deportations, finding murderers is not easy. Some of them are actually very smart. They shouldn't be in our country.
Dude, people are gonna take this out of context, make him sound racist. Some of them are actually smart.
Wouldn't have been. We had beautiful, we just set records for closure. We have the strongest border we've had in many years since my term, but even for many, many years, decades before that. No, they're doing an amazing job, I think. Tom Homan's doing an amazing job. Kristi Noem is doing an amazing job.
Dr. Phil, he did such a good job.
But it's not easy finding murderers who know they're being looked for. But we're sending out thousands of people. We're getting rid of thousands of criminals from our country.
Do you expect to meet him in person?
Where?
Putin. Do you anticipate meeting with him?
Oh, they keep coming back to Putin. He doesn't want to talk about it, bro.
I would imagine I would be meeting with Putin, yes, at the right time. I think at the right time, at the appropriate time.
Gaza. The White House press secretary told us last week that you're committed to rebuilding. Steve Witkoff said that process would take 10 to 15 years. Does your commitment to rebuilding Gaza extend beyond your time in office?
I'm committed to buying and owning Gaza.
This wasn't just a marketing strategy. It wasn't just bro. It wasn't just a meme. He wasn't just saying it. This is a commitment, baby. Holy moly.
As far as us rebuilding it, we may give it to other states in the Middle East to build sections of it.
Dude, this is like the greatest. Okay, listen, I'm not trying to hate it. I'm not trying to be controversial or anything, but this is the best real estate investment of all time. Imagine buying, all right, let me put this into regular perspective. You buy a dilapidated house. When you buy it, it's worthless. It's dilapidated. You have to put in all sorts of money, renovating, fixing it up, finding tenants, renting it out. All right, that's what goes into this. But this guy, he's like, all right, we'll buy it, and then other people are gonna build it for us, and it'll just belong to the United States.
Other people may do it through our auspices, but we're committed to owning it, taking it, and making sure that Hamas doesn't move back. There's nothing to move back into. The place is a demolition site.
Yeah.
It'll be, the remainder will be demolished.
The remainder. Oh my God.
Everything's demolished. I mean, you can't live in those buildings right now. They're very unsafe. But we'll make it into a very good site for future development by somebody. We'll let other countries develop parts of it. It'll be beautiful.
God.
People can come from all over the world and live there. But we're going to take care of the Palestinians.
Oh my God.
We're going to make sure they live beautifully and in harmony and in peace, and that they're not murdered. This has been the most dangerous site anywhere in the world to live in. Hamas has been a disaster. And by the way, I have to tell you that...
Yeah, they've been monstrous. Monstrous.
I watched the hostages come back today.
Yeah, that video is daunting. It's daunting.
And they look like Holocaust survivors. They were...
They couldn't, like, stand. They couldn't hold themselves up.
In horrible condition. They were emaciated. It looked like many years ago, the Holocaust survivors. And I don't know how much longer we can take that when I watch that. I know we have a deal where...
The crazy thing is they actually, from what I understand, they actually showed... They showed Trump the October 7 footage, like the actual horrors. Dude, you can't. It's horrible. It's horrible. Fuck. These poor people.
we're supposed to get. They dribble in and keep dribbling in, but they are in really bad shape. They have been treated brutally, horribly. Even the ones that came out earlier, they were in a little bit better shape, but mentally they were treated so badly. Who could take that? You know, at some point, we're going to lose our patience. When I see...
Oh, God, what does that mean? What does that mean? Holy crap. Oh, my God. It's awful, bro. It's awful. It's tragic. Like, you have these people that they come out, they've been tortured, they've been starved, they've been raped, like, disasters. Like, actual horror stories. Like, one of the people that was just released, here, I'll show you. One of the people that was just released, Israeli hostage Eli Sharabi was returned. Hamas killed his wife and 2 daughters, as well as his brother in captivity, who was kidnapped with him. They also shot and killed his dog. Anyway, when they found his murdered wife and daughters, they were huddled in their mother's arms as she was trying to protect them. She died trying to save them. As Eli is released, Hamas forces him to tell the world that he's happy to go back to his wife and children, who they did not tell him that they killed as a form of psychological torture. While they, like, it's horrible. It's horrible. It's horrible. The abusers paraded him around on public stage with a certificate for his time in captivity. Not only that, but 9 wounded hostages were exchanged for 112 terrorists who has committed at least 1 or more acts of murder. Meaning not only do the hostages have to live with the fact that they were kidnapped and their families murdered by terrorists, but they are forced to serve as bargaining chips in exchange for the same terrorists that killed their families and friends. I'll never forgive anyone who, whatever, okay, whatever. Anyway, not getting into that, but like, if you just look at these images, like, this is horrifying. Like, this is the same guy, and his whole family, this is his family that was, like, all killed. But they didn't tell him, and he says, I'm happy to go back to my friends and family. Like, it's nightmare world. It's actual nightmare world. Yeah, but anyway, so that's the shit that this guy just saw, that he's referring to. That's what he's referring to right now. So he says he saw that, and that's horrible, which it is. Just to give context to what he's talking about.
That scene that I saw today with people coming out of helicopters.
By the way, just saying, those guys that did all that I said, all that horror, those guys are supported by Hassan Piker on Twitch. Biggest leftist political Twitch streamer. Okay? Just saying. Biggest leftist political Twitch streamer in the world likes these guys. Thinks that it's pretty cool and based of them. Just saying. Just saying.
Airplanes that are emaciated, that look like they haven't had a meal in a month. There's no reason for that. And I don't know how much longer we can take it.
Do you mean you want to recast?
I don't know how long we can take it. When I watch people that...
Dude, that's scary when he says that shit. When he sits there and he's, I don't know how long we can take it. Like, I mean, bro, they were bombed pretty heavily. And he's saying that he's like, oh yeah, we're being merciful here. I don't know how long we can take it. Holy shit.
We're healthy people a reasonably short number of years ago, and you look at them today, they look like they've aged 25 years. They literally look like the old pictures of Holocaust survivors. The same thing. I mean, the same thing.
Sheesh. Yeah, that ended heavy. That started a lot more wholesome than it ended. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Gulf of America Day, also my birthday. A wonderful collaboration. I'm sharing my special day with the Gulf of America. Me and the Gulf of America celebrating together. Dude, Trump's been cooking. He has been cooking. There's a reason why 70% of the country is approving him. There's a reason why he was cheered at the Super Bowl and why Taylor Swift was booed. There's a reason why we're living in an era of a cultural vibe shift. I don't know how far it's gonna go. I don't know how sane it's gonna be, but the content is crazy. Subscribe. It'll be good. Subscribe every day to more content every day. It's gonna be good. Have a wonderful one. And remember to stay weird, fam. Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, fam.